Hey guys, what's up? It's Wednesday. I'm Aiden, and this week we're talking about our names. I'm sorry I look like shit right now, but I've been sleeping all day, so yeah, I didn't feel like actually looking good for this video, but whatever. So this week we're talking about our names and the process that it took for us to come up with our names. My first and middle name is Aiden James. I know that there are a lot of people who say that Aiden is just a popular trans name, and I really hate when people say that. Like, I didn't pick my name just because everyone else had it. I truly picked it just because I felt like it was me. So the process I went through to come up with my name, it was kind of long to find the right name for me. About a little less than a year ago, I started questioning my gender, and like for real, like I actually knew the terms and like that there were other people out there like me. So I started to really dislike my birth name, and I started going by AJ to be kind of gender neutral. My first name starts with name, my middle name is J, so it worked. And about maybe 6 months ago, my best friend thought that I should have a real name and not just my initials, and I completely agreed with her. I hated having AJ just be a cover up for who I am. So we made a list of like every single A first name there is. And like there's stuff like Alexander and Andrew and stuff like that. Like really common names. And I didn't I don't like having a common name because my birth name is like one of the most popular birth names. So I didn't like any of those names. And then one day we were like making the list longer and everything, and Aiden was on there, but it was a different spelling, I think. And so I really liked how that sounded. Like I felt like that was me, and I could be that. So I went online, I looked up all the different spellings, and there are some crazy spellings for Aiden out there. So I decided with my spelling, and it actually turned out that that's like the most popular spelling of Aiden, and I kind of regret that spelling now, but I'm not going to change it. So I started telling like Tumblr and my few friends that knew about me back then to call me Aiden. And then my middle name, I don't really know too many J middle names besides Joseph and James. And Joseph is my dad's name and my older brother's middle name. Then James, I liked how Aiden James sounded, but then I realized that's my little brother's middle name, but it was already too late. I already made the combination and I already liked it. So that became my name. That whole process took maybe, well, I was AJ for probably about 4 months, and then the process from before making the list and picking my final name, it was probably like 2 weeks, which for me is a long time to be figuring out your name. I always thought it'd just be like, boom, I have a name, but it wasn't. It was actually really hard to pick the right one. So after that, everyone that knows me as Aiden calls me Aiden. I still have a few people who call me AJ. One is my best friend because it's too confusing for her to call me Aiden around other people who don't know me as Aiden. So instead of messing up and outing me or something, she just calls me AJ. And I'm fine with that. I mean, I don't really care. And then one of my best friends, Devin, he is also a trans guy. He was the first person I came out to, so he's been calling me AJ for maybe 10 months now, and it's like my nickname with him. So he even asked me if it was okay if he can still call me AJ instead of Aiden. So I don't mind him. Sometimes it's really confusing at school because uh, I'll have people who know me as Aiden who call me that out in public, and people hear and they're like, "Wait, I thought that was so and so," but I've had a few rumors about me because of that, but I don't really care. Aiden isn't my legal name yet. I plan to legally change it later on, like probably about the same time I go on testosterone. Like I just one because of family and school, I don't want to deal with going through college and changing everything then. So yeah, and I also want to make sure that like that's my final name. That's exactly what I want. Um, I didn't change it much. Um, like I do have sometimes I have like oh maybe I should have branched out away from A names, but then I'm like no because that'd be really hard to explain to people, and I like having AJ for school so people don't say my birth name, but they don't need to know the whole story. I mean, sometimes I wish I could have just picked any old name, but besides an A name, but whatever. I like Aiden. I feel like it fits me. This video is very long, and I'm really sorry, but I will see you guys next week. Bye.